else stuff?
What's tough, Ed?
Getting fired.
Segues.
Yep. Bill O'Brien, no longer the GM or coach of the Houston Tech. I mean, my first question when you hear this is who got fired first? Did the GM
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien get fired first, or did the coach Bill O'Brien get fired first? I'm thinking that technically the GM sucks more, so he's the one that has to get fired first.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you the same question. Which one sucked more? I go GM. Let me tell you this. He's so bad as a coach that they're 0-4, and then he's so bad as a GM that they don't have their first and second pick this year. Miami has them. Do you know what they got for those picks? Do you recall? The thing is, like, that should tell you. Like, you don't remember. Like, usually you make a trade for your first and second picks, and you don't
Laramie
remember.
Tunsil.
Yes. They got Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills. So they got a left tackle. They're Deshaun Watson.
Protect the quarterback. He's running everywhere.
He's been sacked the most in the league, 4 times in the league. They got Kenny Stills. This season, Kenny Stills, he's played 3 games. In 3 games, he's went 7 for 90 and a touchdown. A terrible trade. Bill O'Brien has put them in a terrible position, and that's why he's on the street.
Well, I mean, at some point, you just got to feel bad because GM Bill O'Brien just put Coach Bill O'Brien in a terrible position to coach and win. That's just kind of on the GM at this point. What are you going to do? He was put in a bad situation.
Exactly. He really shot himself. But also, just looking, the obligatory, he traded DeAndre Hopkins mention. You need to throw that in every time.
That's always tough.
Giant butt chin.
Yeah.
Huge.
Big one.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this forms. Like, at what point in your life do you have, like,
logo.
Yeah, at what point in your life do you just end up with, like, cheeks on your chin?
Yeah, right. Do you come out of the womb like that, or is it just like through years of just like it just develops? I don't know. Maybe you got branded with a steak.
Probably not. I mean, it's got to be like there's no way babies have like ass cheeks, like ass cheeks on their face, right?
Definitely not. That has to develop.
Yeah,
because you never see like a toddler with like fucking.
That's true. Imagine just being like you're chilling throughout your whole life, and like one morning you wake up during puberty and you just like slowly see it start to form. Like, what do you do? Like, what if you wake up tomorrow morning and you just have like a little indent in your chin?
Dude, that has to be a terrible feeling because like ass chins are ugly. Like let's just no ass chins. Like no
one wakes up. No one goes to get surgery to go get an ass chin.
Right, and so you have to just like you see it coming on, like you said, and it's just like, oh fuck, there's nothing you can do. He's like, it's coming. I just better enjoy life with that one.
I think the ass chin is gonna make its way to the Jets.
Do you think he'll be on the Jets? I could see him doing
I think he might. Yeah, I think he might want to be a coach for the Jets. Will the Jets hire him? I mean, I feel like it would be a Jets move.
It certainly would be. Hired Adam Gase. Yeah,
he's gone. He's got to be the next one to go. Actually, I have a question about coaches getting fired that I will save for later.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. New England KC. That was tonight's game. Cam Newton out because of COVID, so Cam Newton COVID game is moved to tonight. Kind of a boring game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There wasn't much flair. Cam Newton wasn't there to add any flair. Patrick Mahomes still threw for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns, but pretty slow day for both offenses. Nothing looked great. Nothing was crazy. It was like a Chiefs score, 1 quarter, then like a field goal, then another field goal, and then low-key exciting 4th quarter. But
yes, definitely. Game went under the point total substantially. Patrick Mahomes has looked human in 2 of the last 3 weeks. So, like, is he regressing? Not the same guy. Not the same guy.
I don't know. I think he seems to be playing down to the competition.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Like, he needed to show out last week, and he did. He dominated the Ravens last week. And then a Cam Newton-less New England, why are you going to waste your energy?
Yeah, I'm just joking. Obviously, he's still very good. But if I'm a Patriots fan,
he's been looking human.
Oh yeah, it is a weird thing when like he looks like whoa, like he just make a mistake. But that one, did you see the play? He should have thrown his first pick of the season. He got so saved by the refs. It was
I didn't see it.
Bullshit. He was wrapped up in a tackle, and he like did the thing where the quarterback tried to throw the ball away, but they had his arms, and he just like chucked it like.
It's got to be the most annoying thing to watch. I hate.
Yes, exactly. He did one of those. And he just chucked it like 2 feet in the air, and the D lineman caught it, but they said he was wrapped up and his forward progress was stopped. And it was bullshit because he was wrapped up for like a millisecond. So, but if I'm a Patriots fan after this one, like, I'm pretty encouraged.
I would be.
It's like
you lose by 16 with I mean, there's your offense threw 3 interceptions. You had did Jared Stidham start or did Brian Hoyer?
Hoyer started, sucked. Then Stidham started, he sucked. And I think they
They
kept
both
in
sucked.
Stidham. They were both very bad. You watch
Yeah.
like that's why they signed Cam Newton.
Yeah. No way we're gonna see Stidham start the season without like he was gonna bring in some other. He was gonna make a trade for like Fitzmagic or something like that
Yeah,
before he started Stidham.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, they definitely like Tom Brady left like, all right, let's see what we got. And Stidham and Hoyer, like 3 practices in, they're like, yep, they suck. Newton.
Yeah. If you after watching this game, are you as a either Chiefs or New England fan? Who are you just like more comfortable with? Are you like comfortable with the loss, knowing you're going to lose? Like you'd rather lose Stidham and Hoyer than lose the game with Newton, or as the Chiefs, you're like we only beat them by 16, and our run defense wasn't the best and let up 185 yards on the ground minus Cam Newton.
Yeah, I think both teams you walk away with the head held high. Patriots, you like we said, like say, okay, we kept it close. We made Mahomes look human. You can even talk yourself into the like, hey, if we had Cam Newton, maybe we win this game. And then if you're the Chiefs, you give yourself like, no, we play to our competition. Yeah, we didn't look the best at their night, but we just rolled the Ravens last week. We still got a good win against a New England Patriots team that never rolls over. So I think it's a situation where both stocks are going up.
Yeah, I mean a win's a win for sure, but you know who doesn't get any wins is the fucking Dallas Cowboys. They're terrible. They're brutal.
They have won.
They're so bad. They're so bad. I don't care about making a comeback at the end of the game in the slightest bit. Their defense is atrocious. Atrocious. They have the best offense points-wise in the entire league. Number one offense in the league. Dak Prescott throws for like 500 yards. He's on pace to shatter like the passing yards in a season record, and they have 1 win.
Yeah. That was embarrassing. Like
It is.
you're
It's bad.
shit, hold up. This like your audio sounded weird. Let's hit a quick pause here.
Yeah, we were having a little connection issue, just like the Dallas Cowboys connection with the rest of the league and their team because they're fucking terrible. But they're so bad. Like they've scored 126 points. Like we were talking about this before, like shit hit the fan on our mics. But they're 1-3. That shouldn't be happening. You have 49 points for the Browns.
Well, we have this. They are so bad. Let's just define who they is. The
They
defense
is the defense and Jerry Jones.
and the offense
Minus Dak.
and minus Dak. I mean, the receivers are good. The offense, like
CeeDee Lamb's a beast.
CeeDee Lamb, I think, is the best guy on the team. But even Dak
so
in the
good.
first half, did he throw for 500 yards? Yeah. But I mean, it's easy to kind of start compiling stats and you're down 28. Like he was making something.
And
he made the
like
same
52 times.
Yeah, they had because you have to when your defense gives up fucking 50 points. But he made the same bad throw 30 times in that game where they'd run a slant play, 3rd and short, 4th and short a few times. One worked early to Amari Cooper, that touchdown where Amari Cooper ran a slant and he just wedged the ball between like a corner and a linebacker.
I was thinking about that. If that was intercepted, it would be reversed so fast. You'd be like, that was the shit. That like, people would be like, why would he throw that? That was the shittiest throw ever.
Oh, that was a fucking terrible throw. And then he did it early, so I think he was just like, I've got it. I can make this one. And he tried that same throw so many times, just right into a linebacker's chest. So even him, it's like, I think he's good, but the defense is really the problem. Mike Nolan, the defensive coordinator, he fucking sucks. That's McCarthy's guy that McCarthy brought in. So, I saw a tweet that said, betas bringing betas. It looks like what we got here because he fucking brought in a shit defensive coordinator. The guy doesn't blitz. They have good linebackers. No Leighton Vander Esch, so slight slack, not a lot. You gotta fucking blitz. Especially like a guy like Baker Mayfield. He's not a crazy scrambler. He's not the smartest. It's just like fucking put pressure in his face. And then
they didn't even really throw the ball though. The Browns didn't really throw that much.
No,
which is so smart. The Browns should not throw the ball.
No, yeah, it's exactly what you have to. And to that point, Nick Chubb was out. Did not skip a beat. Like Kareem Hunt did well.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah,
like they're
Kareem
stacked.
Hunt.
And they're finally doing well with the players that they have.
They definitely are. And then Kareem Hunt goes out, and for a second, like Kareem Hunt was out of the game, and there's just guys I've never heard of, just like 8-yard run, 12-yard run,
8-yard run. Yep.
Like fuck you. And then Jarvis Landry, how many times does this fucking guy have to catch?
He's the greatest quarterback.
Oh, that was a beautiful throw.
That was a
the left.
dime.
Oh,
That was a dime.
yeah, that's one. As like Cowboys, you're just like, all right, they got us on that one. Like,
Yeah,
can't
no,
even
that was a trick play. That was a nice trick play.
Yeah. But yeah, and I mean, I don't know how many times you can just leave the guy open on a drag route on 3rd and 4. Like the reason Mike Nolan is so aggravating as defensive coordinator is because he will get beat by the same mistake 7 times in a game. Like literally the same play. Jarvis Landry Jarvis Landry out every time on 3rd down. They couldn't stop it. So
well, how do you, if you were the defensive coordinator, how would you stop it? Like I feel like if you have a fast athletic receiver that can like jump off and then go and then cut across real fast, what are you going to do to stop it if you aren't playing press coverage?
Well, I don't really know the X's and O's of football like that, but what I do know is that I'm watching on my screen just being like, this one's going to Landry, this one's going to Landry. And
like
I feel like there's got to be some way to key in on that. I don't know. Maybe that's why you get good as a defensive coordinator, so you figure that shit out, but he can't. But the problem – oh, go ahead.
Mike McCarthy's more offensive, correct?
Yeah, he's an offensive guy.
Is Kellen Moore the offensive coordinator?
Yes, and I like him. I thought he took
doing
over
a great
for Garrett.
job.
Yeah, he took over for Garrett. He's pretty good. I like his
the best offense in the league.
Yes, and then
they just need defensive. Bottom they should just experiment. Give me an experiment. Take whatever Van Rest, fuck his name is. Have him call the plays.
Maybe he's out right now, but he's fucking. I mean, sure.
I feel like he would do better. I mean,
can't do much worse. Yeah, and let's just take this.
You can't do worse than giving up 49 points.
Give up 50, but correct. Yeah, you really can't do worse than 49. But yeah, the thing is, like, let's take this best offense in the league thing with a grain of salt. Because when your defense is just getting shredded like it is, I know, but statistically, but that's where it's like, because like when your defense is just getting dicked every game, it's like, okay, of course we're gonna have a good offense because we have to stay in these games.
Well, but to that point, you don't have to. You could fold.
True, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I'm definitely high on the offense.
Show up earlier.
Yeah, right. Show up earlier. Don't fumble. They fumbled 3 times in the Atlanta game. They fumbled twice today. I assume they did against Seattle, but they got to straighten that out.
Why are you giving Zeke only 12 rushes? I understand you're down by a lot, but even in the beginning, I feel like in the first half, you should be touching the ball 12 times.
I agree.
Where'd you get that mug from, Noah?
I don't know, it's just in my pantry. It's a lovely mug. keeps the beverages cold.
It is lovely.
Yeah. It kind of tapers off. It does a little curvature at the end to guzzle the liquid right into the mouth. But yeah, the only faith I have in the team going forward, schedule's very easy, but I can't even say that because I thought the Browns was an easy game. So like they play the Giants next week. Can't say
the Browns are doing come on. You can't say you're confident with the Giants. They're bad.
Yeah,
I know. But I feel like you can be confident with a win in the NFC East. That's the stupidest part. Like the Cowboys are so bad this year, but they're so lucky that the NFC East has 4 wins.
Yeah,
3 wins.
They have 4 wins. 3 wins. Yeah. The
Cowboys,
Eagles are 1-2-1 and in first.
Yeah, they have 3 wins as a whole division. Like the whole year, you can get into the playoffs with 5 wins probably.
I could see the Eagles going 6-9-1 and making playoffs. But yeah, the thing is, like, yes, they're lucky, but also it's like, dude, the division is so bad this early. I think the Eagles are gonna step it up. They look decent against the 49ers, so it's like you had it. Like this was a 4-week stretch where you could basically, like, if you were 3-1 in these games, which you easily could have, like, you can fucking step on the throat of the rest of the division with how it went. And now you're not even in first. Like, by talent wise, you should be the best team in that division by a mile, and you had the opportunity to just run away with it in the first month, and you didn't. And now you're probably gonna be fighting with the Eagles all season for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can like ride the Eagles bandwagon yet, just how bad they looked. I'm not saying like you're on the bandwagon. I'm saying like people in general can't be like, this is the Eagles division to lose now. But this was the time for the Dallas Cowboys to just win the NFC East.
Right.
No question. Like for the next couple of years, even like the Giants are in development. This should be the Cowboys division, but now the Redskins are ahead of them. Like, that's brutal.
That could have stepped on the throat. They didn't.
That should hurt. That should hurt the heart right now for you. I mean, you said
everything hurts the heart.
Is Mike McCarthy coaching for his job almost? You think?
I mean, the thing is, Jerry Jones holds on to coaches very long, which is almost a move I respect. But I mean, among all else, like if the defense keeps giving up this many points, like you got to do something about the D coordinator. Like that's fucking brutal. But
I feel like he's got to go soon.
Yeah, if they keep it up. I mean, if the Giants hang like 30 on them, I don't care if they win or not. It's like, okay, Giants scored 9 points a game. So anything above, I don't know statistically, but I think they scored 9 a few weeks in a row. So it's probably around there. But yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Another slow. Wow, yawning everywhere. Tampa Bay Chargers. Not the Tampa Bay Chargers. Tampa Bay whatever. Fuck off. All right.
Chargers at Tampa Bay.
Tom Brady, I don't think looked too good to start off the game. He looked kind of slow. He was showing the age a little bit. And then Justin Herbert was doing better than him, looked like the better quarterback in the beginning of the game. And then you just have Tom Brady be like, no, like, relax. Goes for 5 touchdowns, 5 different receiver, and gets the win. So I don't really know what to think. I've said it from the beginning. I don't think Tampa Bay is as good as people think they are. I think they are 3-1, though.
Yeah.
So obviously they have a nice record, but like, Justin Herbert looked good. He looked like the better quarterback until Tom Brady went off. So I'm not going to get on. I'm not going to hop on the bandwagon for the Bucs yet.
Yeah, do you think it's weird for Tom Brady to be so much older than Justin Herbert? Like he could be his father, like easily, and it wouldn't be like you're his dad. Like
he's like a drinking age older.
Yeah, literally, like he's our lifetimes older than Justin Herbert.
Plus 3 years.
It's insane.
That's absurd.
So yeah, I wonder if he like takes it even more personally. Like, dude, I could basically let my son beat me. Like, that's not happening. Like, I have to win. He's so much younger than
my
me.
Acne, you saw Justin Herbert with acne all over his face, and we all can relate to that. Like that guy is going against Tom Brady. Like we're going against Tom Brady. Justin Herbert like represents all of us going against Tom Brady. They could have that's so weird. It would be like I don't know what it would be like. It would be like a LeBron. I mean, LeBron's probably gonna play with Bronny, so like it's not
LeBron, Tyler Hero, same thing. It's just like
really.
I mean, no, not in numbers, but it's pretty close. What 20 to how was LeBron? It's like 17 years.
No, it is weird, but I don't think it's like that weird. I feel like we see that mostly with like great quarterbacks coming in with young people, especially now because there's like this huge new wave of young quarterbacks that we're seeing. But it definitely is like crazy to think about how old Tom Brady is in the sports world.
For sure. And I don't know how many people caught this. Like it definitely is for Brady. Like it's got to be a little bit of a culture shock because he comes from New England where they're so like disciplined, no dumb penalties. And then Tampa Bay still is just full of them. I don't know if anyone.
Mike Evans throws hands with anyone.
Dude, when they're losing, Mike Evans thinks he's fucking Floyd Mayweather. He's like, well, I can't win this game in football. Let's just scrap. He fights everybody. The guy's a maniac.
Why? Yeah, he goes crazy on everyone.
Yeah, and on that note, like a lesser degree, I mean, I'd say actually arguably more of a degree, their center, take a look for this guy next time you watch Tampa Bay. They're on primetime Thursday night. Look at this dude. He's a lunatic, dude. Every play after the whistle, he's just in someone's face. Like, the ref called him for a hold. Like, I thought he was going to body slam the guy. I think he got called for an unsportsmanlike. He's got, like, long hair down to the shoulders, fat, like, he's got tat sleeves all over, and just at every whistle, he's looking for smoke. The guy's fucking awesome.
Tom Brady's kind of have to, like, I feel like he has to like that a little bit because it's just so different. And I feel like he didn't want, because he gets into it sometimes. Like, Tom Brady is known to get into it. Like, you saw him, like, almost start his shoulder in week 1 with the little slam in the end zone. So I feel like if his guys are getting fired up, it's going to fire him up too. Maybe even rejuvenate him a little bit.
For sure. And I mean, the offense is kind of coming around. Like, they're starting to do more Bruce Arians, Tom Brady things. Like, they're throwing the ball down the field. I love Scotty Miller, that guy. I mean, that's a classic Brady receiver right there. Just small white guy. He just makes plays. He's gritty in there.
He needed him. Dude, but I mean, with him and Mike Evans looked like Mike Evans again, though.
Yeah, he did. It's scary when he got hurt. Grabbed his quad, but he bounced back. And no Godwin, and they did that. Like, imagine when he's there.
They're definitely going to be a force to reckon with in the future, but you kind of, I don't know what was the end of the score. Wasn't it kind of like a low-key skate by, like Justin Herbert was marching down the field, possibly win the game?
They went down, I think it was 24-7, and then it was just like, okay. And then they just, like, they clicked into gear. They won 38-31. They had to go a few possessions without Mike Evans, and the offense kind of stalled there. But I mean, when they were like once they got it going, like there was no stopping them. They're moving down the ball down the field really well. They've got they've one more easy week. They play Chicago, so they'll probably be sitting at 4-1, and then they get Green Bay. I think they play Kansas City, so the schedule gets a little tougher, and that's when we'll really see how good they are.
Yeah, I want to see what they look like, because like if they're looking good, like that's the game where you might be like, okay, Patrick Mahomes might not win this year.
Right. Let's pull up their schedule. Their schedule is they go Bears, so win. Packers.
Win. Yep. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna lose to the Packers.
Yeah, right. That's like a test game. Then they have Vegas and the Giants. So yeah, then they play the Saints
again.
Loss
to Vegas.
Yeah, you never know. But then the toughest games left on the schedule, they got the Saints again. They have the Rams, which will be interesting. They play the Chiefs, which will be interesting. And then besides that, I could see them being like a sneaky, like 11-5 team, just based on scheduling.
They at most lose 5 or 6 games. I'd be surprised if it's any more than that. I'd be surprised, honestly, if they lose 6 games.
But yeah, that's good because you want this team in the playoffs, just based on funness to watch.
In the playoffs. I want to see I guess would it be a Super Bowl matchup against the Patriots?
It would be. That would be an all-timer.
That would be an all-timer. I don't really want to see that. I don't know.
I'd love to.
All right, let's go Herbert real quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's looked good. He's looked like a good young quarterback. Threw for 291 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 late interception that kind of iced the game. But I mean, he's a good quarterback. If Joe Burrow didn't win his first win, I feel like more people would probably be more hyped about it. But Joe Burrow, future Hall of Famer, did get it done. Got the Bengals the first win, probably earliest that they've ever done it in 90 years. Getting that win in 4.
Yeah, no, for sure. We can talk about Joe Burrow, but yeah, Herbert. I think he's definitely stepped down from Burrow, but maybe it's just biased. But yeah, he definitely passes like the good test because I feel like a lot of times what you see with like the rookie quarterbacks is a bad one when they're just throwing to like other rookie wide receivers. Like, hey, you have Julio Jones. Why are you throwing to like the 9th string guy just because you know him? And Herbert, he just gets the ball to the good guys. Keenan Allen had 8 receptions.
He was also throwing touchdowns to like undrafted players. Like he was doing it with he has Keenan Allen, but he was also doing it with like no ones.
No, yeah, for sure. He spread the ball out, but in terms like he had 20 completions, 8 to Keenan Allen. So it's like, like that's just like I like that because it's a sign like, all right, like I can't see everything the best yet because I'm a rookie. So this guy's fucking good. Let's just get him the ball.
Yeah. No,
so I like that sign. It's a sign of an intelligent quarterback.
I think it's for sure. The Chicago Bears cannot find an intelligent quarterback. Nick Foles, small dick Nick yesterday, was not doing too hot. I don't know why everyone thought he was gonna go crazy. Like we all know he's not the best starter in the world. We've seen him not be the best starter in the world. They're not able to get rolling. Maybe Mitchell Trubisky would have won. You never know now. Now what's the question? Do we put Mitchell Trubisky back in? You can't go back.
They need to do our theory where it's just like
they do.
Because like Mitch is in, you're like, I could use a little Foles right now. Then Foles is in last week. You're just like, this game needs a little Trubisky. It needs a little Mitch here. So it's like, first half, let's just get a starter. He'll shit the bed. Then bang, power punch Trubisky. He's shitty, Foles. That's what we need. You can't have one of these guys the whole game because then
because neither of them are good enough to do one.
Exactly. They don't have
and then if you
full game of football in them.
Yeah, exactly. And if you get lucky enough to get to the playoffs or the Super Bowl, then that's where Nick Foles could probably start.
Yes.
When it matters. But you can't start a normal game.
No, not at all. So, yeah, I don't know. We should someone in the Bears organization should listen to this and be like, that's fucking genius because it is
genius. It's so smart.
They can't have both of these guys in. They can't. They can't have one. Neither quarterback has 60 minutes of good football in them, except for Nick Foles in the playoffs.
Yeah, I could agree. I think Mitchell Trubisky could give you a solid 15 minutes of 10 minutes of solid football, 15 minutes of football, and then like the 15 to 20 range is like I'm limping to the finish line, and then Nick Foles could give you like 40.
Yeah,
but 35 exciting minutes, 5 minutes to warm up.
I agree. But the Colts, I feel like they're like Phillip Rivers away from being good. Like you put a little bit better of a quarterback on that team, it's like, whoa, we could be talking like an AFC championship kind of team.
They should be 4-0.
What was their loss?
Jaguars.
Oh, right. That's Minshew.
They got Minshew. They got Minshew, and then they lost. Like they should be a 4-0 team. Their defense looks good. The Colts defense has to be a top 5 defense in the league. They gave up 28 total rushing yards. So
yeah, and their offensive line is just fucking deadly. So I mean, it's a good spot for Phillip Rivers, but yeah, I mean, it's just sad. Like he's a guy almost like Drew Brees, where it's like you just don't have it. Like his balls are ducks; they move so slow. You're just waiting for like someone to just come in out of nowhere and pick it off. But I mean, yeah, I think they could. I was looking at their schedule too. Like they could potentially be a 6-1 team. They're 3-1 right now, and then they go Browns, which will be a little tough. But then they go Browns, Bengals, Lions. Like that's what 5-2.
Browns, tough game. Bengals, Joe Burrow, win, motivation, swagger creeping out through the organization. Maybe the Bengals got enough swag by week 6. They take the dub. Next thing you know, Colts are 3-2. Bengals are on a win streak. Browns are going to be 6-1, and then you beat the Lions. So they go 4-3.
4-3 is definitely a more Indianapolis Colts record, so that's probably what will happen. But 6-1 is you're within striking.
If you're a Colts fan, you have a reason to believe, you have a reason to be excited that you could make a run for the AFC Championship game. Definitely not the Super Bowl. No. But before we switch to college football, if you want to look at a quick stat, the Bears were 4 for 14 on third downs. The Colts were 8 of 19. Being able to convert third downs is huge. And if you're going I don't even know, 4 for 14 has to be close to 20, 30%. And that you're allowing the Colts, the Bears defense, which should be their best part, is letting the Colts convert almost 50% on third downs. You're never going to win a game.
No, yeah. I mean, as a Cowboys fan, I know far too much about shitty third down defense. And it is just it's one of those things where you're watching and it's like a second down stop doesn't matter because just third down isn't being converted. And then conversely, on the other side, I mean, third down, you could say, is the most important play in football. And yeah, the Bears, what are they now? They're 3-1. So
yeah, they're
still in it.
Maybe Nick Foles wakes up a little bit and shows out like everyone thinks he should. But a team that was nice at converting downs. You want to know what team was nice at converting downs?
Can I guess?
Guess.
Was it Iowa State?
It was actually Oklahoma. Oklahoma was 4 for 4 on fourth downs in a loss. If you look up their stats, their passing stats, their rushing stats, turnover,